Hey there, quirky people. This is your host, Anna, bringing you another Transformers Rise of the Beasts video. The last time, we explained who the Maximals and Terrocons are. But now, we'd be looking at the real big bad of the franchise, that is the Unicron. This is a name we had first heard in Transformers The Last Knight. But as it turns out, Unicron was actually present in the entire Transformers franchise. That's because in The Last Knight, planet Earth was revealed to be Unicron. Michael Bay totally changed the backstory of Transformers. And in his storyline, Unicron was the name given to the ancient enemy of Cybertron, which turned out to be Earth. And the Cybertronian goddess Quintessa wanted to use Unicron to heal Cybertron. Later in the post-credits scene, we saw the horns of Unicron emerging from Earth's surface, just like the celestial Tiamat emerged from Earth's core in the MCU. And Quintessa was getting ready to kill it off.
Unicron. But I could show you how to kill him.
In Transformers 6, we would have seen her attempts to kill Unicron and destroy Earth. But thankfully, that storyline is not being followed anymore as Bumblebee has rebooted things. And the reason I am thankful is because Michael Bay totally deviated from the Transformers mythology. He just used names like the Transformers stories and turned them into completely different characters. But originally, Unicron was not Earth. It was not a planet at all. Instead, the concept of Unicron was first introduced in 1986's animated Transformers, the movie. It was something that originally looked like a planet, but turned out to be a massive Transformer himself. Just imagine Ego the Living Planet and mix him up with Galactus. That's basically Unicron. The backstory of this Transformer has changed a lot. But mostly, he is known as one of the two gods of Transformers. He was created by a being called the One, in order to explore the universe at its beginning. But then, the One divided Unicron in two, the second creature being his twin brother Primus, who also became his nemesis. Primus is the god who created all the Transformers, including both Autobots and the Decepticons. He is a force for benevolence and good in the multiverse. But Unicron's function, on the other hand, is to only bring chaos and destruction. He is pure evil and is the enemy of both Autobots and Decepticons. He has several other names, such as the Lord of Chaos, the Chaos Bringer, and the Planet Eater. And as one of his names suggests, his goal is to consume the entire multiverse. The reason he is so big and strong is because he has already consumed planets, moons, and stars. He draws all his power from consuming the very fabric of existence. So, he will not stop until he consumes everything that exists and becomes the only living god in a lifeless universe. He has several omnipotent abilities. For starters, he is able to travel across realities at will, so he could destroy universes by consuming galaxies one by one. Integrated into his systems are incomprehensible quantum computers. They calculate probabilities forward and backwards in time and tell him which universe to target. Thanks to his computers, he also knows exactly the point in time at which a universe is in its most vulnerable state. So, that is the era he transports to. He is known to have destroyed 22.56% of universes that existed in the multiverse. He likes to have disciples or horsemen serving as his henchmen. That's similar to the Herald of Galactus, or the Four Horsemen of Apocalypse as we've seen in the Marvel movies. The most famous of these disciples is Galvatron, the resurrected form of Megatron. And we've already seen how Michael Bay butchered this storyline in Transformers 4 when he turned Megatron into Galvatron. Anyway, in order to stop Unicron from achieving his goal, Primus had to sacrifice himself. He lured Unicron from the astral plane to the physical one and trapped him by turning him into a planet-like creature. Primus himself became Cybertron and gave birth to all the Transformers. But Unicron learned to turn back into his original Transformer form. Now in Transformers Rise of the Beasts, we'll see his arrival. But as I've already told you, this evil Transformer god will be much different than he was in The Last Knight. That story has ended. And in the rebooted Transformers timeline, he is much closer to the source material. As we saw in the latest trailer, he is huge in size, and he will come in to consume planet Earth. But before his arrival, the Maximals will emerge to warn the Autobots of Unicron's incoming threat. Apparently, the Maximals have been on Earth for centuries, and they've only emerged now when the threat of Unicron became very real. They will team up with the Autobots to stop the evil Transformers called Terrocons. In the source material, the Terrocons are another subgroup of the Decepticons. But here in the film, they will come in as the disciples of Unicron. And they will be led by a Transformer called Scourge, who is voiced by Game of Thrones actor Peter Dinklage. The main goal of the Terrocons is to get a planet ready to be consumed by Unicron. So they'll arrive on Earth in order to get it ready for Unicron. It is exactly similar to what Silver Surfer does for Galactus. Since Galactus is also a planet eater, Unicron is basically the Galactus of the Transformers universe. Rumors suggest that Unicron will become the main villain of the Transformers franchise moving forward. Okay, that's all for now. Are you excited to see Unicron and Transformers Rise of the Beasts? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons if you enjoyed our video. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next one.